backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. One back, a DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown.
Oh my God.
And Butker on for the extra point.
Yeah, I know.
He knocks it through. And the Chiefs stretch things out even further. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing Jackson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Off the play fake, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, KC. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick 6.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick 6 here in the 4th quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just the pick 6, but add on a 2-point conversion. Here comes a return from the 5. Whoa. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back. Here's a 2nd and 6. Jackson now. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. On 1st and 10, Jackson going up top and looking for Andrews. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Jackson up top again. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. They'll look to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for two, and it does not pan out. The late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. Wow, out of bounds. Inside the 10. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for two. The lead remains right where it is. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. And right away you can point to the turnover. Always key. Tells the story so often. You did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got the Ravens again? Ah, Lord. Hmm.
Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Cincinnati. Hardy now with the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Going to go right back to Henry. A pickup there of 13. First down, Baltimore.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Oh. What's going on in your shit, boy? Ah, your connection. Yo.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
So you got disconnected.
I just know that was fucking you up with the rain, and the next thing I know, that bitch went out.
You in that?
Hold on. I'm about to reboot this bitch. Fuck that. I need my gift back. Man, I ain't lying to you, bro. Look, I just put the other controller over here, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's the one that come with it. So I'm looking at the little joint here. So then I was like, yo, what the fuck? She was like, use this one.
Oh
So
shit.
when I switched, I ain't had no problem with that X button at all just now, bro.
It's probably
Reset this shit.
It's probably
Yeah,
motherfuckers been
3 minutes. Resend that invite. I need that.
Alright, bet motherfuckers been dropping that controller.
Huh?
I said motherfuckers been dropping that controller. That's why.
No, what she said was basically, you know, when you first get that shit, bro. Like certain games you play like Mortal Kombat and all that shit, bro. You gotta continue to keep pushing that bitch. Clink, 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 clink. That's what that was. Like when you play WWE and shit like that, we got that too. You know, submissions and shit like that, you gotta keep clicking the button repeatedly. And she said the fucking Xbox was fucked up. Cause I'm sitting here like, even though I'm trying to snap the ball, like
next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Baltimore. Deontay Hardy to return.
It's only 4 minute game.
Just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
I was saying that I'm moving the ball and all that shit just now. Like, yeah, I'm good now. It's all work.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, here's Lamar. Sideline post wheeled in by Likely. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Working quickly here. Lamar off the play fake. Taken in by Likely. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That play good for 17 and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover.
Oh, yeah.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that will set up 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive.
What?
And he misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Khalifa Raymond to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. He's got room to roam here. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. They'll run again with Montgomery. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. Working inside the red zone. Good gain here as he heads out of bounds.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Gibbs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions literally won up that opening touchdown drive, as they take a 7-6 lead here. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Steven Sims with the return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
This is Henry on 2nd. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
1st down, ball at the 36. Changing it up here, Jackson.
Oh.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. After to the sack, another pass on second down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Bring your old ass on, man.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go,
On fourth down, snap to Jackson.
Don't fuck me up that first game.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to...
Fuck me up that first game. Even when I try to jump up for the pick and shit, bro. Like, they click on and then jump up. Like, that shit wasn't moving either. Like, I don't know. That shit, wow. Man, what the fuck is the... Damn, niggas ate all the blue Doritos? That's crazy.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Gesicki, the man in motion. Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. Oh, and they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense. Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going up top. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that explosive play into an opening drive touchdown and really get off to a fast start?
14 on the pickup, and the Bengals going to have a first down. Gesicki, the man in motion. On first down, Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of a first down. 4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now the first carry for King Henry. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. After After losses on the last 2 run plays, they face 3rd down and 14. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He gets that to the veteran Aguilar. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
In motion comes Andrews. Go with their fullback trying to get it. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. They'll run here with Brown. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They bring Chase in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Burrow. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that'll set up 4th down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return going. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson looking to throw. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Getting the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. They try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? and the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field, we're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Trenton Simpson.
Hit that
I'm not going to sit
button,
here, Mike,
bro.
and say it was ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
He'll start out on the ground with Henry. Second down, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Oh, shit.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Bateman is the motion man. On 3rd down, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Bateman is the motion man. Now Jackson on 4th down. That is in the middle of the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And he's got it at the 1. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Brown. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They bring Chase in motion. Play action now. It's Burrow. This one deep downfield for Chase. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. First and 10 now from the 36. Now Jackson going up top and looking for Andrews. And this will be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he gets this up close to the 40. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop. Here's 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. They'll look to set up the screen here.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will score. Mark Andrews.
Sit my ass up.
Touchdown, Ravens. What a luxury to have in an offense. A tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Third and 6. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. They'll run it with Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Jackson. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down. On the handoff, it's Henry. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. Back to the sideline and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
They go play action for Burrow. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is hot! And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Now Brown. Taken breaking on defenders, plowing forward. A pickup of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Yep.
Oh, a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter. Quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite him right here.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off.
That's down the field and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jermaine Pratt. And the Bengals will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns, not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he will go all the way. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Now return coming from the 7th. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the give, here's Henry. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Off the play fake, Jackson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Oh my God.
He manages to get the throw
Oh
and
my God.
completes it. It's a pickup of
Oh
14.
my God.
And the
Come
decision to
on,
go for it pays off.
Every team in the league has their own set of scramble rules. And what that means, Mike, is when the pocket breaks down and the quarterback gets flushed, everyone understands, based on where they are in the field, how they can remain friendly to the quarterback. Great execution here leads to a nice game.
All right, y'all, let's go.
So,
Fourth quarter.
three quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 9. Jackson looking to throw. A deep shot for Aguilar. He's got it! And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
First and goal, and it's Henry. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Again, it'll be Henry.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs. Now, after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
We'll line up at the 3-yard line again. They'll try to punch it in on 3rd and goal. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
Come on, y'all, one stop. Let's go.
So out comes a guy who's been here before. Big spot for Justin Tucker. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one online. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7.
Good block.
They
Ah!
finally get him down, but he gets all the way
Oh my
close to
God.
the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, faking the give. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practice. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. They convert with a gain of 15. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Gesicki, the man in motion. This one, deep downfield for Chase. And he will score! Game on! Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
To throw is Burrow. And he will get into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll give it going left. There's Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
A pass pulled in by Henry.
This guy's really starting to roll now, and his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
He'll try and run for this with Henry.
Sure. Go.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
The offense is out there. 4th and inches.
Go in the middle.
Here's the
Let's go!
And he's
Oh,
going to have the Ravens
That's
first
bullshit.
down as he
I
pushes
read that
forward
shit,
for a couple
bro.
on 4th and
come on, man.
This play
Oh
should
my
always
God,
end up
bro.
converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, Nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
That was bullshit. Yo, we clogged that shit up, man.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
There you
They'll
go.
run. It's Henry. And a short pickup, too. About the 42-yard line. They'll drop to throw.
No.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation. And we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Jackson now. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently. Not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry. And right to the 25-yard line, that is enough for the first down. So they pick it up on the ground, and the drive keeps going. From the gun, Jackson. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Higgins sent in motion. On 1st and 10, Burrow.
Wow, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Outside linebacker, bro. Faster than Chase.
To extend their lead.
Fuck out of here.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster, and I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Raven first down. Now it's Jackson. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. That will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They use So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.
Bullshit.
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome everyone to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Baltimore. Deontay Hardy to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
This is Henry on second. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Turning to Henry on third. A lot of grass ahead. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Another run for Henry. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Jackson now on third. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
Fourth down, here's Jackson.
Let's go.
His first throw is an interception. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This play goes for 36. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Tight end motioning right. Hurts trying again on second down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Hurts throwing again.
Oh my God.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And now it's second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Barkley gets it on third down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion left. Has a man, it's Brown. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Hurts now from the gun. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles have a great first drive and get the game's first points. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a...
Let me say the clip real quick. Yeah, I don't know why I don't open through that.
Offensively, we could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Hardy on the return.
Oh my God.
Return's looking good so far. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. Ball at the 33 for first down. The drive begins with Henry. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment.
Oh my God, we need one stop.
Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got 4th down, so we should see the punt team on to send it away.
It's another
first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts.
Oh.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens take possession right along the 25-yard line.
Right back to him.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Henry running to the left. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire defense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. And you're going for this?
Thank you.
Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Make sure your ass don't score no more the rest of the game.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Hardy on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Jackson trying again after the pick. He finds Aguilar.
Come on, fuck.
They will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 1-score game in the first half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up.
The fucking tackle.
You can find payday.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley.
Oh, God.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. They send a man in motion. Toss play to Barkley.
Oh!
And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. It's a pickup of 8, and that brings up 3rd and 6.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's got... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. On the play fake, it's Hurts. On the sideline, Brown brings it in. And
Big
he's
boy
out of
shit,
bounds
man.
up at midfield.
Go.
That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
On 1st down, Hurts.
Got him.
He throws a bullet deep to the...
Oh.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind.
Got him.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 8-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Dumped off to his running back. Jukes out a 1-stop. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. It's the Ravens in an unenviable 3rd and pretty far. Henry on the catch.
Go, Slay.
And he rips off good yardage,
Fuck
but
that,
it
George.
will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Eagles will take possession. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Working quickly here. Now Hurts. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw.
Hold on to the fucking ball.
8 seconds left now.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He's on the move. Now he fires it deep down the near sideline.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and he couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's a return from the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He lofts it deep left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens have the football at the 27-yard line. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime down there.
Oh, yeah.
On the whiteboard.
Oh, yeah.
If that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go
use
the
it.
ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
Boom.
Has him on the quick hitter. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd and long.
Let's go, man.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Jackson's going to go on 4th. They connect for the first. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He's got Andrews. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Oh, I love this. Giving it to the big guy on 3rd and short. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it, adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Henry will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Changing it up here. Jackson. And the defender comes away with it. Darius Slay has it. And he's out the clear. 40. At the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles push their lead to 18. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick-6. He'll get this at Henry. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more.
Lamar back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's caught beyond the marker. That'll be the 1st and more. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. And he doesn't make it very far. Tackled at his own 10-yard line.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing off the play fake here. Escapes out to the left. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I can think of an older football video game title where 30 yards to go was the default and easily attainable by an offense. Well, this is not that title. And this is borderline impossible. In fact, I can hear a coordinator saying in the ear to the QB.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens have some new life in the fourth.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
From the gun, Jackson has it in close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal to tie this game in the fourth. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now.
Man.
Covey now to return this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he gets skinny. Oh, my God.
This one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Putting a receiver in motion. First and 10. Here's Hurts.
Oh, yeah.
Taking a shot deep
Yes,
down the field it goes.
Oh, my God. That was funny.
And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They're going to run with Barkley.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's second and goal. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts.
Okay.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Man in motion here. They're going to try to run it in, Barkley. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Offense in the hurry up here. He's back to throw.
Oh, shit.
And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Lamar now from the gun.
What that shit?
Andrews. He's at the 30. The 10. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Boy.
The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Covey now to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throwing for Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Smith. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts.
Oh, my God.
For a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. So that brings up 2nd down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley.
Oh, my
Does
God.
not go far.
Come on,
Timeout
bro.
taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They're looking to throw.
Good block.
Dumps it off to his running back.
Goal line. Yeah.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, we got him. We
Slot
got
man
him.
in motion left.
We got him. We got him.
Touch pass to the receiver.
Let's go.
Gets it to the 15.
Damn.
And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Barkley.
Woo! You hit that hole.
The lead in the final minute.
go.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot.
Yes, sir.
And folks, it's intercepted.
Use a block.
Monte Maddox comes up with it. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot
man.
before.
Nail in the coffin right here.
I've thrown 5 interceptions in the game. It happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life.
We got him.
Please,
4-6.
take this player out. We
Bring
do
the
not
safety
need to
down.
see
Yes,
the
sir. That's
interception
what we want.
to his ledger.
Wow, they're going to pass it here.
Got him.
It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights.
Yes, sir.
And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT.
Another one.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles have it again after yet another interception.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. They give to Barkley, left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in a game that's already decided.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
His kick is good at the ends, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners, as we say so long from Baltimore.
What?